One Saturday, me and my two friends went out to a party. It was a really great night, but we got a little too tipsy and decided we were definitely not able to drive home. So we called like 4 different taxi services, but all of them were busy and they just kept ringing and ringing. Finally, we found a number somewhere on Google and I called that, and it was weird because normally if a taxi place actually answers the phone on a Saturday night, they sound really frenzied and like rushed. They'll be like, "Hi, where are you? How many?" Like so fast. But this woman was different. She was like creepily calm and like almost seductive when she talked, if that makes sense. She answered the phone on the second ring and was like, "Oh, hello there. Yes, how many of you girls are there? And where exactly are you? I'll send someone now." And I don't know, it was just like really strange. So I hung up the phone and turned to my friends and I was like, that was really weird. I don't know. I got a really weird feeling from that. And they were all like, "What do you mean?" I told them she just made me feel uneasy, and I don't know whether I wanted to get into the cab she's sending. So my friends are drunk and think I'm exaggerating, but they finally agree that when the cab comes, we'll make sure to look at who the driver is and determine from there whether or not we want to get in. Time goes by, and finally a taxi pulls up outside. My two friends run out so fast and just like swing the door open and get in. I walked a little farther behind them, and when I approached the car, I noticed in the driver's seat's a man, and sitting next to him is another man. Wait, why is there another man in the passenger seat? Why are there two of you? My friends are like, "Come on, this is it, let's go," and totally not even thinking twice. So I'm being all skeptical, and the man driving suddenly goes, "Come on, get in the car, close the door." I was really taken aback, but like, I got in because my friends were in there already. So I closed the door, and the man literally speeds away. So suddenly the driver goes, "So where am I taking you?" Like, okay, I don't know. That was a creepy way to ask where to go. So I'm like, not wanting to give my exact address. So I go, actually, can you take us to 20 Mall? That'd be fine. 20 Mall is this plaza near my house. So he gets like all annoyed with me. He's like, "Come on now, what's your street name?" And I'm just like, no, 20 Mall is fine, seriously. And he kept pushing. He was like, "This would be a lot easier if you told me your exact address." So I'm like, no way. He wasn't even plugging it into a GPS or anything. Like, why do you need my exact home address? I just want to go to 20 Mall. So like, kind of standing my ground, I go, "I want to get dropped off at 20 Mall." So then the driver turns to the man next to him and starts speaking in another language. I think it was like Russian or something. And then they both just start laughing and I'm just freaking out. So I turn to my friends and try to determine whether or not they're panicking like I am, but they look like they're not. So then I get to a red light and another taxi pulls up to the light to the right of our cab. Out of nowhere, the driver starts pointing to this other cab and like yells, and he's like, "Fuck that guy," and the other man's like, "Yeah, fuck him," and they both start sticking their middle fingers up at this other cab. Like, I've never seen anything like that happen before. Like, how inappropriate. It was just so scary. So by then, I'm like totally freaking out, and I'm just like, okay, I do not want to be in this car anymore. But I don't know what to say. I don't want to be like, can you let us out actually? Because I feel like he'd just be like, "No." And I was so afraid, and suddenly my friend nudges my arm, and I look down, and she typed on her phone 911, just one button away from 911. So she's looking at me like, "Do you think I should?" And I'm just like nodding, like, "Yes, dial it, like, come on." She turns to our other friend who's next to her, and she's the drunkest of all, so she's like just oblivious. And she sees the phone and blurts out, "No way!" My friend looks at her and whispers, "No, like seriously, I'm really sketched out." And I don't know, I think the driver heard her because he suddenly just like guns it and speeds up so much, and we're like flying down these streets, and I'm freaking out, and so many thoughts are rushing through my head like, crap, how are we getting out? And they're gonna take us somewhere, we're gonna die, oh my god. So finally, I get an idea. I put on the grossest voice that I could, and I go, "Can you pull over, please? I think I'm gonna be sick." The driver is immediately like, "Whoa, okay, hold on, are you gonna throw up?" And I'm like, yeah. And he immediately swerves into the supermarket parking lot. And I literally have never opened a door so fast, and I just run out of the car, and my friends jump out too, and one of them turns around and is like, "How much do we owe you?" And the guy just goes, "Nothing," and speeds away. Ugh, I was so relieved. We ran into the store, and my friend was like, "Thank you so much, that was such a good idea." And I was just so happy to be out of that cab. I've never been so scared in my life. So we ended up waiting there. I called my mom and she came and got us. Everything turned out okay, but I definitely will never get into a cab I'm even the slightest bit suspicious of ever again. And it taught me to have a set plan of how you're getting home before you go out, because when you drunkenly call the 10th number you stumble upon on Google, it's probably not the safest choice.